Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you have any questions, or if you don't like the video, hey, give me a thumbs down. If you like it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. But let's get right into it. We're talking about hip dips. First, I must confess, I myself have looked up how to get rid of hip dips because I thought something was wrong with them. And I was like, what the heck? How do we get rid of this? Why are my hips not all super perfect and round like people that have probably had some type of augmentation? But that's neither here nor there. Some people just have naturally rounded hips. So first, let's talk about how to get rid of them, because that's why you're here, right? So there are about 3 ways to get rid of them. One, go ahead and book a flight down to wherever they're doing those butt lifts and fat transfer. I don't know if it's Dr. Miami. I don't know if they're going to Brazil, Mexico. I don't know where they're going, but you could go ahead and get a fat transfer. The reason why that is because what's causing the hip dips is basically the placement of your flesh. So you have your bones, you have your ilium, and then you have your femur, and where they're attached, usually there's a space there. So that space can either be wider or shorter. If that space is shorter, you're less likely to have hip dips. If it's wider, you're more likely to, especially if you don't have a lot of fat that's covering those 2 bones that are right there. I'm going to insert a picture here, maybe, so you can see what that looks like. Did you catch it? Good. Okay, so that's one reason why that's one way to get rid of them. Get a fat transfer, okay? Because you can't mess with your bones. Number 2, you could actually lose or gain weight, and that could reduce the appearance of your hip dips. Now, again, it's not going to change your skeletal structure. It's not going to do any of that. But sometimes when you gain weight, some of that weight will go into that. Will it? Can we guarantee that that fat will dip right on into that hip dip where you want it to? We can't, which is why I have the reason, number 1, going ahead and getting a fat transfer. Okay? Did I spit? Oh, anyway, that's okay. I'm not cutting this video because I'm trying to make it under 5 minutes just for you. All right, so that's the second one. The third one, and we're going to do this one in real time, okay? The third way to get rid of hip dips is not to get rid of hip dips. It's just to pose differently so that your hip dips are not as prominent. Y'all want to see? Let's go ahead and do this, okay? It's going to be a little bit shaky. All right. Real time hip dip disappearance. We're going to pose differently. Okay, so here we are standing straight. Here are hip dips. As you can see, I have them, obviously. This is where I would love for my hip to be round, but it's not. It goes in right here. So what we'll do is we'll just change our angle. We're changing our angle. We're changing our, boom, hip dip is pretty much gone. So when we're posing for our pictures, we're going to do a little something like that. If you really want to go on, do a profile picture instead. You see that? You see how that looks? Boom, you get a little booty. You look like you got a little hip. Also, just popping your hip out, popping your hip out. So this is me just standing straight without any hip pop. But if you see how, you see that? I don't know, you can't hear it, but you can see it. Boom, you pop your hip out, bam. No hip dip, fully rounded hip. Boom, we've solved the problem. Of course, you can always do the leg pop up, you know, the little leg pop. Now with the leg pop right here, you also gotta turn that hip in. Gotta turn that hip into the camera, okay? And you see this little roll that I just created right here? Because I ain't got no roll. Just move that arm up a little bit. There you go. Boom. You got rounded hips and your hip dip is gone. See that? The magic of posing. So if you're still thinking about, hey, how do I get rid of my hip dips? F that, just embrace them. You're beautiful just how you are, hip dips and all, okay? And if you decide you want to go to Brazil or Mexico or Dr. Miami and get some fat transfers, that's your business. But if you don't want to and you just want to embrace your hip dips, then go right ahead. Have a blessed day. Bye.